Hey y'all, happy Saturday. I hope everybody's having a great day and you're doing something fun. Um, you're crafting or you're outside enjoying the sweltering humidity and heat in the pool, um, or whatever you're doing today. I hope you're having a great day. So, are y'all ready for Christmas in August? Because I'm always a day late and a dollar short, so I never managed to do Christmas in July. But that's okay because it's just now August, which got here pretty quick. So, and I do things backwards. I'll do Christmas and then I'll do Halloween. So, anyhow, okay. So first video, like I did last year, is going to be gather your supplies. And this year I'm going to be doing some different journals. I have been really inspired by Amber over at Thrifty Journal Shop with the larger journals. So I've got some larger books sort of started just to give you an idea. And then I'm going to go through some of my other book options that I have here of what I may potentially make. Just depends on my time and it just depends. I'm gonna try to do at least 6 or 7 journals, and if I can stay on track, it might be more. So while I'm going through all these potential book options, if you see anything that you would like me to make a journal for you from, let me know, okay? I'll be glad to do that. And my goal for the ones that I have in my mind to make, my goal would be like the first week of September, like after Labor Day, to have them complete, and shipped out. So sometime, that first or second week in September, so that you get them in plenty of time for the holidays. Okay, that being said, so this is the first video, and this is gather your supplies. This is going to be a long video. I have a whole lot of stuff here, and my purpose for my gathering supplies this year is to use absolutely what I have in my stash and not to purchase another item, okay? I have very limited scrapbook supplies. I only have a few and then some left over from, years past that I will try to utilize. And then the rest of it is going to be using what I have, repurposing some things, and we're going to go over that for this video, okay? And just showing you why I do not need to purchase anything else, because when I start pulling my Christmas stuff out, I'm like, really, Carla? I think I used up a lot of things last year, and I didn't buy a whole lot. I bought paper. I think paper was the only thing I purchased last year, and I still have a ton of stuff. So I did, disclaimer, I did buy a couple of Christmas books earlier in the summer from Thrift Books at a super good deal, because there were some different covers I wanted to do, and I didn't have those in my stash. So I did purchase some books. 2 pieces of chipboard, or 2 packs of chipboard pieces from Echo Park for $1 each. That's it. That's all I bought. Okay. And then, so the second video we're going to build the spine. We're going to build a spine. I'm going to show you how I do that. The third video, I'm going to make signatures. I made notes, y'all. Aren't y'all proud of me? The third video, we're going to put signatures together. I'm going to maybe try to do a book binding. That's hard for me to do on video, but we'll go through the process for the big books, okay? And then we'll do embellishments, tags, tabs, maybe. I want to do some more hidden paper clips. I haven't done those in a while. So maybe some hidden paper clips, and then the last video will be charms, okay? So different types of things. I'll do my similar charms, but I want to try to change it up. I want to do the same things, which I do. I mean, my style stays pretty much the same, but over and over again. Okay, so I put this out here because I bought this 1959 Ideals book from Malia, lovely Malia, and look at this. This is amazing. I am debating framing this and hanging it up somewhere in my house during the holidays. Look at all the little elves. And some people would say they're kind of creepy looking. Some of them are kind of weird looking, but some of them are really cute. Like this little guy right here is really cute to me. Anyway, look at this. Isn't this awesome? And this paper, y'all. You can't really do a lot of folding with it because it will kind of crack. But it's a really nice feeling textured paper. It's just aged, and that's on the back side. So I just wanted to show you guys this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I wanted to share, and I'm going to share some of this Ideals because these are going to go in these big books. This is another really cool old Christmas Carol. I want to kind of repair this and either use it in a book or maybe possibly use it on a cover because I think she's really cute. And then there's really cool, there's some other cool images in here. So this was the front and this is the back. So it's like a Christmas Carol music. So I have this really cool, and I don't know because, you know, I'd have to look this up. I'll show it to you. That's the copyright. It's old. The paper is nice though. Like you can bend this paper. So I'm going to use some of that. Okay. I need to put stuff in my basket down here. And then here's the actual Ideals. This would be really pretty in a journal too. Probably won't make a cover out of it, but I'll probably use this somewhere. And then I'm not going to flip through the whole thing, but there's just some really, I took it apart last night. There's just some really amazing stuff in here. So there's some music. There's things about Jesus. And these really cute. Some of them came out in signatures. Some of them I had to, because it was stapled in, but it was also glued. So some of them I can use like this, and then others I'll have to, you know, attach to another page. But this is just a really, really beautiful book. So that's going in some, these are going in some journals. That goes with it, okay. And then 3 of the books that I've already started, and these are large. This is, so it's like 8 1/4 by 11 1/4. And then I did like 3-inch spines, okay? So I'm trying to decide whether I want to do, Amber and her ones that she did, and thank you Amber for the inspiration. And y'all need to, like I said, again, y'all need to go check her out. She's got some really cool stuff. She's got great prices in her shop. Her style is really unique. Anyway, I like her stuff. So I linked her in my last video, but I'll link her again here. Anyhow, she did like a 3-inch spine, and then she does 3 signatures, and it's really like squishy like this, you know. So it gives you a lot of room to grow. So I may do 3. We'll just see how how it goes. But I'm going to show you guys how I did this. Okay. This is real simple to do, to take the pieces and kind of give it that quilted look. If you don't want to use just one piece of fabric, you can use one piece of fabric. I did that with this one. This is a book that I've had in my stash for quite some time, and I just think it's a super cool book. And I think I'm probably gonna do something here to cover it up, or to cover up the 1982. I might just leave it like that and let whoever wants to purchase it, if there's anybody out here who really likes this book, then you can, if you want to leave it like that just to keep the nostalgia of it, you can. Yeah, I definitely will cover this up with something. But look at the cool old toys on this. I think this is a really super cool book. And I have a bunch of the pages still left from this, so some of those will go in there. Okay. And this book is 8 by 9.5. So it's a cool size. It's different. Anyway, so there's that one. And then this one, I have all the pages for this book, but I'm not going to put all of these pages in this book because some of these are so cute. Like, I will probably fussy cut some of these little images out. And I think there might be some in the back too. Yeah. So I'll probably fussy cut some of these images out. I may keep this page because it says Merry Christmas, Austin and Anna love Nana. So I may actually leave that page in there because I just think that's cool. But yeah, so some of these pages will go in here. Some of these will become embellishments. And then the inside of this book is just really cute. So probably not going to cover those up. I don't know if any of you remember Mercer Mayer and Little Critter, but I love these. I used to read these to my kids. So I will probably cover, you know, this up back here, the skew on it. The rest of it I will leave. Probably put a little fabric or something there to cover that up. This book was in really good shape. It's, let's see. It's 1989. See that? Is that right there? 1989. So really nice. These are really nice matte pages. I love this paper. Love these images, y'all. If y'all have never seen Mercer Mayer or any of their books, you really need to check them out. They are so cute. Like, look. So this so reminds me of my boys. Licking the bowl, licking the spoons. Look, there's our little mouse friend. So yeah, just a really, really, really cute book. So there's that one. And then this one I've had in my stash for a while. I bought it several years ago at a live sale, I believe. May have been from Brooke, I can't remember. But I did the same thing with this one. I did the pieces together. Okay, and then this book is adorable too, and it was in great shape. And the pages in here, these are the pages that I really love because they're thick and they're matte. And this is just an absolute beautiful book. I don't know, I'll have to see how many pages this is. I don't know that I'll put the whole story in here or not. I'm not sure on that yet. This book, the original copyright is 1946. This is a 1962 copy. And it is just gorgeous. Look at that. It's just a beautiful book. And then that's the inside of it. So these are going to be fun. These are going to be fun. I got a lot of ideas. And I'm going to have fun doing these. Yeah. So this one is, let's see. This one's 8.5 by almost 12. It's like, ooh, like 11 3/4. Yeah, so this is a big one. All right. And then here are some other options of what I'm thinking. So I've been hoarding this book. I still haven't been able to bring myself to take this one apart. I will most likely, if somebody really wants this as a journal, I will do it. Okay. But if I don't have somebody who's really interested, I'm still going back and forth with this one because it's such a beautiful book. Look, it's just such a beautiful book and it's in great shape. And these books have sort of that, they're matte, but it's almost, it feels like to me, and this is going to sound kind of weird, feels almost like the glossy type of thickness, but it's the matte finish. Does that make sense? Like it's got just a little tiny bit of that glossy smoothness, but it's matte. I'm sorry, hit my camera. Does that make sense? So this is by Clement C. Moore. And this is just like, these would be so cool fussy cut, but I just, oh my gosh, I can't bring myself to do it. Now this one I think I would probably keep the story in here. I don't think I'd be able to, I'm not sure if I'd be able to keep it in order. I would do my best. I could try, or I could just use like the story maybe as a signature in the middle and then have, you know, other signatures on either side. But I don't know. I've been hoarding this one for a while, y'all. This is one of my friends. This is Phaedra's favorite Christmas book, and she's the one who told me about it. I don't know if you've heard me mention my friend Phaedra in Texas, but she's the one who told me about it. So I went and found a copy, and I believe I got this from Thrift Books as well. And it's in just awesome shape. The original copyright was 1949. I'm not so sure. And this is the only year it's got on here, but I'm just not so sure that this was actually printed in 1949. It wasn't, because it's got the SKU on the back, so it's definitely a reprint. Anyway, if somebody really, 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 really wants that one, let me know, and I will make it into a journal, because I could probably find me another copy. Okay, so this is Santa's favorite cookies, and I think this would be really fun to make it sort of a plain, you know, put some Christmas things in it, but actually make it into a type of journal that you could put your favorite treats, you know, for the season in. You could just use it like a little recipe book. It's really cute. I may do that just for fun, keep it kind of simple. So this book, if we took the spine out, would be 6 3/4 by like 7 1/4. So it's almost square. Really cute. This came from my friend Chastity sent me this a while back, and I've used all the pages. I may have 1 or 2 stuck in my stash somewhere. So that's an option. All right, I'm gonna set these aside for a second. Okay, so here's another option. I think this would be really pretty too. This is another one of the Southern Livings. I picked both of these up. It's been a couple of years ago out in Fuquay at a thrift store, at an Angel thrift store with my friend Lori. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. I'm not gonna rush through this, so like I said, grab a snack. Because I feel like I'm rush. I want to enjoy this and enjoy sharing some of the things that I absolutely love with you guys. So I think this book is beautiful. I think it would just be, this one's definitely gonna get turned into a journal. This one we may do. This is maybe the one that I do, showing you how to prep the book and how to put the spine in and choosing the fabric for it, okay? So I've used a bunch of these pages, but there's still quite a few of them, quite a few cool ones in here. This book is just, these Southern Living books are really neat. There's recipes. Look, there's the candy cane molasses round bread. Okay, no, that's not the molasses round bread. This is the candy cane bread. Duh, Carla. Look, and cakes, and that's another thing Amber does. I like how she loves cakes, and she loves the cake decorating stuff. And Amber, I have another book for you. I need to send you. It's a Wilton. It's not a thick book. It's a pamphlet type book, but it's a cake decorating book. Anyway, so there's that one. I think that one this one we might prep together. Okay, this one might be the one that I start to finish put together with you guys. And then there's the back. But look, it's just beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna set that one over here because I think that's the one we might do. And then I actually have the jacket, the book jacket. So I probably won't make another journal out of this one. I will probably figure out a way. I'll probably alter this in some way and make it like a pocket in the middle of the book, you know, or add it to another Christmas journal, you know, so that it's different, because it's the same as the cover. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. All right, and then I have this one. This is also a book that I believe Chastity sent me, The Spirit of Christmas. I think this would be beautiful. I'm still on the fence about, you know, I'm trying to limit. I don't really want to tackle 20 journals, so, but there's some really cool stuff in here that I can still use in this book and add other things to it. It's just a really pretty book. But like I said, now if y'all see anything that you want me to make, just holla. This is one I bought from thrift books. You know, it's still shiny. I love Curious George. And I happened to see that. I was just looking at I was just looking at vintage Christmas books, vintage children Christmas books. So this went to Sydney from Aunt Lori in 2008. And I have the whole book in here. Yeah, this is copyright. So this is one of the Coles books. I buy one of these books and a stuffed animal. My kids call them, grandkids call them stuffies, every year at Christmas, because they're like $5 each, $5 for the animal, $5 for the book. I always put it in there Christmas Eve. I make Christmas Eve boxes for them every year. I don't always get to see them on Christmas Eve, but I make them like a box every year, and I always put a book and a stuffed animal in it. So this one would be really cute. This size, let's see. Not sure if I'd use all the pages. I haven't counted how many are in there. Definitely some cute stuff. So this one is like 9 3/4 by 10 1/4. Okay. So this one would be a little more challenging for the pages. I'd have to do more, you know, other than the pages in the book. This size would be a little more challenging, but I can do it. If not this year, next year. So these are just my options. And then Tamara sent me these, which are really cool. So I thought this would be fun to use. I've got 2 of them, so I can use one, you know, 2 separate journals. But I was thinking putting some acetate behind this, maybe, you know, adding an embellishment or a pocket or something from this, and then attaching it to another page, but also making this like little pocket here, put a piece of acetate, but then make it a pocket as well, so that you could put like a little, you know, something down in there. And I was thinking something like no peeking or something. I don't know what I'll do. That's just where my brain went. So there's those. And then, so these are just some options I had in my stash for like pages and stuff. Tamara also gifted me these. So I am going to do at least one binder, because I have one cookbook that I'm going to alter, and some really cute options for the images on front. I'm going to do one binder. I don't really have many other binders in my stash other than the one that I was going to use to make my Christmas journal for last year that I never did. I'm 3 years behind on my Christmas stuff. But these work really cool. You just have to cut them down. And I'm trying to figure out a way, as a tab on a page or something, a way to use that part of the cutoff. Like I can make tiles out of the other things, but I've got several of these. They are sort of heavy, so I just don't know about attaching them and making them part of a signature, but that could be an option, like in the middle of a signature. Or I could collage on it and make it like a writing board, you know, in the middle. So that's an option too. So have those. Let's see, what else is in here? Oh, and then, y'all know, if you watch me at all, I use file folders all the time. So I have, this is what I'm using for these spines, okay? So Diane, Pretty Pink Cottage, Diane, I'm sorry if I mess up your shop name. Diane Hubert, I think she has a tutorial on how she does her flexible spines, her soft spines, and she uses the file folder. And so it's already folded over for you, and you can use a manila file folder, you can use lightweight chipboard, you use whatever you want, you know, as long as it's got some flex to it. But you cut, like, so for those that already did, I cut 3 inches and then glued those 2 pieces together for the spine. And then I'll show you later how to, you know, I kind of do it the same way. I use masking tape to tape it around the book, and then I add my fabric. And then we're going to go one step further with those, and we're going to try that chain stitching on the outside of the cover like Amber does. I've been wanting to try that. I've seen other people do it. So if you got file folders, grab those. or whatever you want to use for your spine. Doesn't have to be 3 inches. You can do 1 inch. You can do 2 inch. Whatever. You do you. Okay? And then I showed this book earlier this year in a haul. I've taken it apart. So I really love this cover. Only thing is, when I pulled the book jacket off, like the way it was taped in here, there's this sticky. I can't seem to get this off. So if I use this, which I want it to be able to use some of the green, if I use this, I'm gonna have to figure out some way to sort of cover that up. I've tried to, or try to clean that off, but I'll figure out something. But this is a nice size book. Decorations for holidays and celebrations. It's not just Christmas. There's some cool things in there. So this book, without the spine, is like 7 by 10 3/4. And then there's the book jacket. It has that sort of cellophane stuff over it. Not sure if I would use that for anything unless I could take that off without tearing it up. Then I think it would be pretty cool as a insert in there. And then, you know, there's all kinds of crafts in here. There's Christmas stuff. They're old crafts, because this book is, okay, that says 92. See, some of these things that are in here are from the 60s and 70s. I don't know where the copyright page is, y'all. I really don't think it's a 92 book. I think that was just written on there. Where did I say that again? Yeah, I think that was just a stamp in it, maybe at a library or whatever. Yeah, this is old. I'm pretty sure it's like from the, I don't know, maybe it's the 80s. What do y'all think? I don't know. It's cool. That's not at the top of my list for this year. Olivia, I'm still debating on this one. This is a really cute book. If y'all like Olivia, this is another thrift book. And there's quite a few pages in this, so these would be fun to make some embellishments and then include some of them in the book. And then there's like, so in the middle of this book, and this cool look, it pulls out like this. So if I did make the journal, I would definitely include this page right here, and some of the other ones, because I think there might be one more of those in here. This is sort of the semi-gloss paper. Yeah, here we go. Look. So here's them. Is there another side to that? No, it just pulls. So it just pulls out the one time here. But they're talking about tree. Talking about the tree. Anyway, this is different. This is very different. It's called Olivia Helps with Christmas. And let's see. So this is 2007. So yeah, so this is a newer book, and it's got the jacket, which would be cute as well. Let's see. This one is 8 3/4 by 11 1/4. That's on my list, but not in the top, not the top 6 priority right now. All right, because I got 3 already started of the big ones that I know I'm gonna do, and then I want to do a couple of minis and a binder. So that's 3, 4, 5, including the binder. That would be 6. So just don't know how far beyond I'm gonna go, unless I have a lot of you guys who are really interested and want me to make journals out of what I just showed you. Okay. So these are a couple of postcards from my friend Phaedra. And I just think they're really, really pretty. I know I hate to use that part up, but these are gonna be, I'm thinking these are gonna be on the covers. This one definitely will be a cover on the mini. This one's a maybe. Yeah, not sure yet. So I've already cut my little Cheez-It cracker boxes down like I did the summer minis, and of course they'll be covered, painted. I may use that same technique with the canvas paper, not sure yet, but they will get painted, and then this will be on the front, and then, you know, embellished and whatnot. So there's that one. and the snowman, and this beautiful scene with the blue. I just love the blue in that. Okay, so those are options. And then, you know, if you have, I just grabbed some other pieces that are in here, chipboard, in case I need it for tags and things. And then there was a folder that was in here, and another. This is the Cheez-It boxes. These are the ones that I use. I used to use the Ritz cracker boxes all the time. I don't eat a lot of Ritz crackers anymore. I don't really eat a lot of these, but these boxes are really nice. Is a really nice chipboard, and they don't have the cuts in them like the Ritz cracker boxes do. So we could play around with one of these and maybe do some collage, and I'll show you why in a minute. So that's why I've got that in here. Okay. All right, here are the two chipboard pieces. I've already pulled one out to go on my journal from last year. Yeah. That's probably what I'm gonna be working on, hopefully, while we're doing this, is finishing putting together my journal for 2023, my Christmas one. And maybe actually getting some photos and some journaling done. What do you think, y'all? I'm so behind. But these are the chipboard pieces that I bought from Echo Park. So this one is Happy Holidays, and this one is Santa Claus Lane. So you can see this one has a little more vintage. The colors are a little more vintage, and these are sort of, you know, newer with the pinks and the brighter colors in them. And these are more traditional colors. Really cute. Okay. And then, okay, so here's the binder that I have. And here's some things that I just pulled out that I had in my paper stash that I just threw in here. Potential. I'm not going to go through all that. So this one is this is a third printing 1970. Okay, so it's in really good shape. I mean, it's in really good shape. The tabs, some of the tabs are a little beat up, but you know, this would be really fun. I typically pull all that stuff out. I may add some things back in, but the book as a whole is in great shape. So it needs to be cleaned up some. So this one I will probably do where I cover this up, and I may just cover, you know, this piece, you know, and leave this if I can get this stuff cleaned up. But I have options for the cover. So there's this image from a little golden book, a big little golden book, I think. No, it's a small one. Okay. So there's that image. And then there's these two. So I haven't decided. I really like this one. I like because it covers that up. I could just add embellishments around it and then put something here on the spine for Christmas. I could even do paper or something, a little bit of collage there. You know, add some things like I like to do. So there's that one, and then there's this one though, which is still equally as cute. I could just back this with some other paper, your music paper or something, and use that one. So there's those three options. I'm leaning towards that one. I do have this option. I have tried to find something that had 5 kids. This would cover all the 4 little ones. But isn't that cute? So this one this is another option, but I think this would be prettier. I think it's not enough contrast for me. I think this would be prettier on another type of book. This image to me works better with the colors on this book. But this one's gorgeous. This could be a craft text one maybe later. Anyway, I also have this, but this is kind of big. So this might be an embellishment. And then I have this Santa that I've had him for a long time. He would be cute. might use him as my sort of template for painting my Santa. But I have some other images too. And then there's just other things in here that could potentially, you know, be on covers or collaged or, you know, added to other things for pockets and such. Okay, so there's that one. All right, and then, okay, I don't know where I'm at in 35 minutes. Okay, so this will definitely, the pages will get used out of this one. Merry Christmas, Mom and Dad is another Mercer Mayer. Is so cute. I had one of these before. The cover was really beat up, but I've used some of these images in other books. Like, I love this right here. It says, Dear Santa, I am very good. Please give me everything I want. I love you, me. And then, so I've had this in a book before where he's trying to help, you know, and he's trying to help wrap packages. Really cute. And this is another one I found. I picked up on thrift books this year. And then these two, this one Jessica Rapp sent me. I don't even know how long ago this was, and I haven't been able to bring myself to take it apart. But this would be really cool, I think, to include in one of a more nostalgic journals, like say that Southern Living or something, or that way I could use the pages, you know, and not really have to cut this too much. Still using my brain working around that. And then this one Phaedra sent me this year, and it is equally beautiful. So these are, I don't know, there's no date. Look, that's Santa Claus and his works. I mean, these would make really cute journals in themselves. I would just have to figure out how to use this, like maybe a ring bound, maybe do 2 rings, reinforce over here, you know, to make it covers without covering this up, because it is, I mean, it's a lightweight, you know, it's a decent thickness. It would work. Anyway, these are just really 2 beautiful books, and I've been trying to figure out, if y'all have any thoughts, please share. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna use those. Okay. Then I do have oh gosh, forgive my reach there. So I do have a really old, I do have one little golden book. Not sure if I'm gonna do that this year. I really want to do something different. I have this really pretty old red book, and I already pulled some things. I was actually gonna put this together last year, so this one wouldn't take me long to keep it pretty simple. And this is another one of those postcards, but I don't know if I'm feeling it. I've also got some vintage Christmas cards that I think would be cute on the cover of this, or even just keep it really simple and maybe do some vintage music, little collage or something, and one of my little Tim Holtz book plates, and just put holidays or Christmas, or, you know. So maybe I'll get to that. That, like I said, that wouldn't take long. This is a beautiful cover. It's beat up, but it would make a really cool vintage vibe book. And then I do have some covers. I have 2 covers. I may do something with these, sort of down and dirty quick, maybe a little, I don't have any of the pages, but just something simple, you know, maybe put 30 pages in it so you could document, you know, the holiday, or maybe sort of like a, something simple. I'm thinking maybe for kids or something, like a little art journal, I don't know. And I have all these, I need to figure out what to do with these. I could just make, like writing boards out of these, a bunch of backs, because I've done that before. I had these 2 in my stash. I just hadn't used them yet because they're sort of beat up. Okay, so that's all my book options that I have pulled out. I do have other books over there that I'm going to pull pages from. So that's the books. Paper wise, and I don't know that I'm going to go through everything with you guys today. We may just sort of stick with some paper options. So I have a lot of tissue paper. Okay, so we may, you know, alter some things. I have these two file folders that Tamara sent me, and they're the ones that have the big bottom, so you know, you can put a lot of stuff in them and put them in the file cabinet. I cut the bottoms off and then just kind of folded them out and folded it over. Since we've got some big books we're gonna do, I thought this would be cool to stitch around it, and then it makes these two big pockets, and then maybe we could collage on that or something. So that's an idea for the tissue paper, you know, or the wrapping paper. So I have a bunch of, so pull out your tissue papers. I have a bunch of tissue paper here. Phaedra sent me a whole box. I didn't realize I had this, y'all. I found it when I was putting my Christmas stuff back up. And that's just regular white tissue paper. So pull out your tissue papers. And then, if you have any, and then here's some pages from Snowman Magic. So we can use some of these. I've used some of these before. Put that there. And then Phaedra sent me this. And this is so cool. I had a hard time getting it. It's a garland. I'm just gonna kind of show you. So it's a garland with all these Santas. Look, I mean, and it's a lot. And they're very lightweight. But wouldn't this be cool? I'm definitely going to use some of these. Okay, now I wish I hadn't done that. But, yeah. It's a huge garland. So I'm going to use some of these. I don't know how yet. Oh, good Lord. Okay. A big old mess here. Oh, so it's not all just one piece. All right, let's get several pieces. See, look. Aren't they cool? Look, Santa's smoking his pot. So those are going to be fun to play with. Yeah. And there's a ton of them. So there'll be some of these that will come with each journal. I will use them in some way, and then I'll share some. Then I have a bunch of, you know, paper, like there's some thinner paper bag packaging or bags. We're going to do something with this. And I'm thinking another thing that I saw Amber do, which I had already had on my brain anyway. Excuse me a minute. Is to take some of this gift wrap and put it on top of this, or like a tea dyed or coffee dyed paper. So I might do some of that. And then she stitched around it just to give like the paper some more stability, to give the wrapping paper. Some of this paper I have here is thick and some of it is thin. So some of it won't need that, but there's quite a few pages in here that would. So we're gonna do some of that. I was gonna glue, like I was gonna take it and glue it down, but she just put it together, and then I think she just stitched around it, and that'll be a whole lot easier than, and less expensive wise, using glue to make, you know, a bunch of pages. But so there's that paper, the tissue paper, and then wrapping paper. And this is this paper, I don't know, Phaedra will have to tell me what this is made out of, y'all, because it's almost like a wallpaper, but it's like a matte. It's like a matte. It feels homemade, like a homemade paper. It's got that texture to it, but it's sort of got the thickness of a wallpaper. But isn't it cool? So this is just a strip of it. So this would be cool as pockets. And then I have a big piece of it, and then I have some pieces that I've already kind of cut down. Okay, so I have a bunch of that to use. All right. And then there's this really cool paper. We're gonna do some collaging with some of this. It's already already has that collage look. We're gonna make some pages with it, and we're gonna do some collaging with that. There's several pieces of that in here, see? And it's thick. It's a thick paper, so it would stand on its own in a journal. This is not super thin. It's the paper that has the lining. Brother Sister Design Studio. So all this gift wrap Phaedra sent me, and then I have a whole nother stack of bits and pieces that'll be great for collage as well. So there's that, and then there's this ornament paper. Now this is a thinner paper, so I would either double this up for a page or take this and add it to something else to give it some sturdiness. There's this, this is a little bit thicker paper. This would stand on its own. Here's another piece of that, the Santa. This was from a gift bag, and I cut it down. I'm not sure if I'll use this as a page but I think this would be cool pockets. These would be cool. This is a thinner paper, but these would also be cool to back them on something and make pockets out of them. Look, they're cute. And then here's another. This was a bag, so this was like a bag that like a mailer type, so it's like that Tyvek. So this is going to be cool. I cut this, it had the label, so it was the envelope. So it's like a Tyvek envelope with a snowman on it. It had her information on it, so I just cut that out. So this will be fun. And then this is just another piece. It's got tape on it and everything, but I could still use the little snowman, and I could still use this with the tape on it. Just put something else over it or leave it like it is for somebody else to journal on. So some more big pieces of that. Put this with, and this. This is so cool. I love this paper. And then let's see, some birds. This is a thinner paper. This is like a thin, has a texture of like a thin wallpaper. You can see, I don't know if you can see the texture on it. And then some other pieces of this. So, aren't these cool? And then there's a few little pieces like this of the ornament. And I think these would make cool tags. Okay. So get out your wrapping paper and your gift bags and your tissue paper and your grocery bags and your cracker boxes and your postcards and your file folders. These are repurposed from work. Envelopes. Get out your envelopes. I'm gonna use some of these. I've got a bunch more. These were just some that were randomly thrown in my pile. So there's all that. And then I'm just going to show you the fabric that I have. There's my fabric bin. Okay, so I've got, you know, quite a few different things in here. I'm really trying to use some of this stuff up. You can see I've used, I didn't use this. I'm definitely going to use this somewhere. And this stocking that Jen sent me. And then this piece, this is really cute too. I think that came from her too. I started to use it on the spine of the Critter book, but it's thin, it's a nice cotton, but the white, like it wouldn't have covered up the spine. So we're gonna make some pockets out of that. Okay. So then, you know, here's my fabric. I've had this vintage wool in my stash forever, and I've been wanting to do like some really winter sort of thing journals, like soft journals. Hadn't done it yet. And then down in here is pom-pom trim and ribbon. And then I made these last year for my grandkids. I never did finish them. These little star ornaments. I want to do something with those. I want to put their names on there. And then just, so these are scrap. These are some scraps. And there's a whole bag of scraps in here. And ribbon. So that's what this, so get out all your all your stuff. Because I know there's a lot of you out there that have just as much stuff or more than I've got. And let's see. All right. One more thing, real quick, like, I'll try to be real quick. This is my, like, ephemera bucket. Okay? So when we grab all your ephemera, Phaedra sent me these cool Christmas cards too. Look, aren't they neat? They're embossed. They're really cool. So we're gonna put some of those in there, and then there's some more. We'll use some of these postcards too. Isn't that pretty? That might be pretty on that book too. And look, there's a Santa on that little red book. So I have those, and then sorry, I hit my camera again. Then I have some chipboard in here and some of those other things that I used the past couple of years. Just a bunch of stuff in here, y'all. Here's some more. This needs to go on the fabric scrap. Here's some little pieces for ties. But I'm going to try to use some of those different fabrics this year. And then, yeah, here's some more ribbon. It needs to go in this basket. Yeah, like little bits and pieces everywhere. It's everywhere, y'all. It's everywhere. Here are some paper clips and stuff that I did last year. And then there's some more stuff in here from Phaedra sent me some more ribbons. Just there are more ribbons and stuff in here. And these little wreaths, I want to try to figure out how to use them. And then cutouts, you know, die cuts. Just as Jen says, all the things. All the things. Okay, so we'll be pulling those out, doing embellishments and things. And I actually still have, let's see what's in here. This is going to be the last thing I show you today. Look, see, I still have paper clips from last year. Paper clips, paper clips, paper clips. Got, this goes on my, this was my little thing that I got from Brooke that went on my little art glitter glue, and the little pen broke. So I think what I'm gonna do is put this on one of my journals. So that's in there. So there's a bunch of stuff in that bag. All right. And then of course beads and charms and all that kind of stuff you want to use. And I'm gonna pull like tea-dyed paper, ledger paper, other book page paper, what little bit of scrapbook paper I have, if it kind of goes with what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't have much. I have, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 sheets of scrapbook paper left. But I really want to, I want to try to do this, you know, without using much of that at all. But we'll see. And then just a little sneak peek. Last year, these are not finished. So last year, I don't know if any of you guys watched Johanna, but a couple of years ago, she made these little minis as Christmas ornaments, you know, for the tree. And she sold them. And I made these for my family last year. I just never showed anybody. I had 3 of them left, and they're not completely finished because I need to finish the little charm. I have one that hangs outside on my little shutter that I hang pictures and things on, and then it goes on my tree at Christmas. So these 2 were made from Craftex pieces that I had left over. And then what I did was I tied some ribbon up in here like Johanna did so you could hang it on your tree. And what's really cool is there's enough pages in there that you could take like a picture every year, like a family photo or your grandkids or whoever, whatever you want to document, and put like a little Instax or a small Polaroid size photo on each page with a little bit of journaling, and you could document several years and put it on your tree. And I just love that concept. I love that idea. I love all her work anyway. She's truly inspired me a lot. Yeah, I kind of felt like I didn't start doing them early enough to try to sell them last year. And I'm not sure, you know, if I really want to sell them. If any of you are interested in any of these, let me know. You know, I'll sell these. But, and like I said, they're not quite finished, so I need to add some other little charms. And, yeah. So this one just has like a sort of a paper bag paper in it. And then these two have like cardstock in them. But yeah, aren't they fun? They're like 3 by 4, you know, almost the size of a journaling card. I think that's what they are. Yeah, these are fun. Let's see, let me see. It's like 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Yeah, with like a little 1 inch. It's fine. And after I bound them, I just didn't like the way the binding. I particularly like the binding, the way it looked, so I used fabric and covered that up. Okay. That is that for number 1. Gathering your supplies. So just go on and pull out, you know, whatever you want to use. Definitely find you a cover if you want to follow along. If you just want inspiration, you know, you don't have to follow along. It's up to you guys. But I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope this was inspirational. So this is sort of meant to be inspirational, and let's take a look at what we have in our stash. You know, we did the use your scraps, you know, the challenge earlier this year. With Angela, the traveling crafter, and those are really cool. It's very cool to see how people use different things. And but my idea for this is, let's use what we have and see if we can create something, you know, unique and fun. Okay, are y'all tired? I'm tired now. Anyway, so I'm going to try to do this once a week unless I can get it done sooner. So this is the first video, and look for video number 2 next weekend. Okay, and I will see you guys soon. One more thing, if you're still with me, and I know some of you are, but a lot of you probably are gone already. So all the sewing journals shipped out this morning. I've sent all you tracking numbers, and the customer who purchased the junk journal in my shop, that one went out this morning as well. And thank you all for your patience. I appreciate that. And then I have 2 more journals. I'm gonna show you, like, probably in between these Christmas videos, you will see other things from me as well. Okay? All right. Love you guys. See you soon.